I'm the only one in here. Hey, Polly.
What's on your head now?
It's a little pride hat.
Oh, okay. Oh, cute little cowgirl hat.
Literally have a bucket full of fascinators that I've made.
Nice.
Because at one point I had free time in my life.
Oh, yeah. Best not to ever get used to that.
Do we have to wear a hat for this?
No, sir.
Okay.
Yes, it's required.
I didn't ask you, Polly. I didn't ask you.
I'm sure you have a fascinator.
Nobody ever asks me.
Polly, we ask you things all the time. And Alan, I'm sure you have a fascinator somewhere.
I do, but I didn't know if I had to wear it or not. If I have to, I'll find it.
It's not required headwear.
Then I'm not putting it.
I was told that this is my thing now.
Polly, I want to be on your deck with you.
It seems to be.
I think we're all,
come on over.
We're all going to hang out on Polly's deck.
Oh my God,
Nice.
I wish I had a deck.
And this is what's off my
that's
deck.
Beautiful.
You're still outside on a deck.
274 acres.
I wish I had a terrace or a deck or something.
Oh, Alan, it's not all it's cracked up to be. We have a deck, and it's too loud outside to be out there because of the neighbors. I mean, they're not doing anything wrong. They're all outside.
I'm fortunate. The last place I lived, it was like that. The neighbors were outside all the time, so loud. But it's not like that here.
Alicia wants to see your hat, Alan.
Huh?
Look in the chat.
I have to wait. I have it closed. I'll open it. Hold on. I would like to see your hat. Oh, Lise. All right. For you, darling, I'll do it.
Hey, peeps.
I'm getting hungry.
Sorry.
There's those little crescent snackies if you want to like slam something in your face.
Did you want us in the chat area or outside of the chat, the shared area?
I still have my sandwich.
No, this is fine.
Okay.
It's not. I'm not lecturing anyone.
You still have your sandwich in this right? Oh, fucking ate all that shit, please.
You just forgive me, because those of you that know me know I have the inability to say no. Right during the networking, which I thought was incredible, by the way. Thank you again, outCT. I had to drive out to a festival and table at a socially distant festival all day. So this is lunch.
Fun.
Actually, the best part of it was telling people, I'm sorry, I'm on a conference. I have to listen right now.
Glad we could help.
Well, Steve may kill me because he had to do most of the tabling, but. Oh, and Lindsay, at the end of the meeting, when everyone else starts leaving, remind me to show you. I got to bring what I bought in to show you because it's just so me. I have to tell you about it.
Okay, I'm excited.
I don't need to subject everyone else to that.
Hey, y'all.
Ah, there she is.
I'm here. I'm in the car, so pardon me.
As long as you're not driving.
Pride moves along.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Yeah, I want to say hi to Matt and Julian because it's the first time I've seen you since the conference started as well.
Hey, Matt.
I've been online, Lindsay. I just didn't come on camera. I've been watching you all. I've been watching.
I'm here.
That sounds really strange. I feel a little weird about that. Tiff, we give folks till 4:05?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yes, 4:05.
And why can't I see
Absolutely.
Ellen, what hat are you wearing now? Why can't I see Ellen's hat? Oh, from the old country. You look like my great-great-grandfather for a second.
Just call me Boris.
Really, Pat's here.
What is from the Borscht Belt?
Boris
I'm
Because
Belt.
living for the hat.
the new hair, the new face together, very, very good.
I love it.
You're
Love
right.
it, love it, love it. Oh my God, tell me about,
You're right.
did anybody go to bingo? Tell me about bingo. I missed it.
Oh, that's better. They didn't see it. Oh, bingo was outrageous.
I won.
Alex, so did I.
Did you
Right.
really?
I won a
Won
round.
twice?
What?
And Alan started a very altruistic trend of having the winnings be donated to the scholarship fund. So there's $275 going to the scholarship fund. So
So it was, who won the first? Alan, you were the first one, right?
mm-hmm.
Alan was first, then I won the second one, and then it was Polly, right?
Chad won.
Then I won, and then Chad won, right?
Mm-hmm.
Something like that.
Yeah. It was a blast.
Nice.
We got to do it again, and you'll need to be there because it was wild.
It got quite blue.
Oh my goodness.
Just don't spell out pride unless you want your bingo to last 3 hours.
I'm having FOMO right now.
Oh, John, you look like a pride month.
I literally.
A pride month.
Yeah, like.
I'm glad it was great, though.
Nice, Donna.
You know, this is going to start becoming a thing now.
Really?
Becoming.
What already was. I don't have enough hats.
All right. We're just going to wait to 4:05 to make sure everyone can trickle in. Nice, Tommy.
It's my hedgehog.
I love that.
It makes a lovely fascinator.
Considering there's not going
I
to be
stand.
a royal funeral.
Uh-oh. What did I do?
So we got one more minute. How is everybody?
Oh, I want to tell you guys a technical aspect. You have agency over your mute button. You can mute any other user, but only mutes to you. So if you don't want to, you don't have to, and nobody has admin mute ability. Just a heads up.
Oh, that's interesting. Hang on
Yeah.
1 second.
I created a very egalitarian place.
You tell us at the end of the conference
Yeah, we figure it out as we go along.
for next time. Excellent.
For sure. Hopefully this isn't like this next time, though. Hopefully it's in person. So I think we can all agree with that.
And in person, you can not listen to whoever you don't want to.
Or if we can do a hybrid because not everybody can travel.
But
That was the intention. We were going to do that all along.
Yeah, yep, that's exactly what we wanted to do.
so where? Tiff? Am I not seeing something?
She's here.
She is present.
She did it. There you are. You okay?
I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. I hit a dead spot. Driving here. Okay, I'm ready to get started if you are, Marcy.
Sure, it is 4:05. Carry
Yeah.
on.
Well, we're actually going to kick it off actually with you talking about scholarship.
Oh, with
But
Matt.
we want to welcome everybody. Yeah. But of course, we want to welcome everybody to our second plenary for our conference. We're very excited. Today was incredible. The things that I got to see from the goodness, I can't even speak right now. From the keynotes from yesterday, the keynote, incredible. I'll gush more about that at the end. Marcy and Matt.
Surprise, Matt.
prizes.
So first, I wanted to say, as you heard last night, what was it? How much was it altogether? Lindsay, do you remember? We got $275 donated from all the winnings last night to go to the scholarship committee. So thanks to those who were kind enough to do that. So we're up $275. Do you want to explain? Because I know there's at least one new person I know about the scholarship committee and the scholarship itself.
Sure. So the scholarship committee, we had made some plans prior to the pandemic, and we really were moving forward with trying to formalize the process for the scholarship and have, a more structured process so that people could apply for it. And so I think that, moving forward, that's something we could revisit as a committee. In 2020, we kind of slowed down, unfortunately, with the scholarship a little bit. But I think there's a lot of opportunity to have fun there to help people, whether it's attend in-person NERP conferences or AGMs, as well as make it possible online if there's fees or needs there as well. So I think it's a good opportunity for us to revisit that and look at it in 2022.
And could you tell the good folks if someone wanted to donate to the scholarship fund, how they would do that?
So if you want to donate to the scholarship fund, we have a special account set up with Interpride. And so you would direct the donations there, or just contact myself or Marcy and we can get, the information to them. But we do have a fund set up specifically with Interpride, a separate account that holds that for us.
And then while we're not allowed to use the name of the human that it was created for, in my heart, it will always be in memory of David Scheider. So that's how it was founded, and that was, the original intent. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is. I would now like to ask one of our co-presidents, Julian. Oh, right in the middle of my screen. We would love if you would introduce yourself and if you could tell us about the AGM World Conference.
Thanks, Marcy. Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I couldn't be here yesterday. I had a doctor's appointment, and I'm going to apologize ahead of time. I'm going to be doing a lot of coughing as I speak. I'm still having some lingering side effects from my second vaccination shot, so I apologize ahead of time. Well, before I provide any updates, I did want to take this opportunity to thank outCT. You folks have done an amazing job. I was watching a lot of the programs that you've been facilitating. I've been on a lot of the sessions. The bingo last night was a lot of fun, y'all. Like, it was really a lot of fun. I was listening to y'all, especially Hope. I didn't know you had so much, like, your jokes. Oh my God, like, it was so funny. So I was actually just listening to y'all. I had a lot of fun as I was doing other stuff in the background. So thank you. Despite the fact that this was not in person, it was virtual, I felt like I was there and I was enjoying myself. So thank you for doing an amazing job. And Leo, definitely watching your IT skills, amazing. Like, the way you navigate Hopin has been absolutely fun. Constantly reminding folks, even yesterday, like, you can do that, you can do this, doing testing, etc. So thank you. We may need your assistance, so do look out for that. So, just saying. So Marcy, so going back to some of the other updates, I have, in addition to the World Conference and General Meeting, I do have other updates. But let me start with the World Conference and General Meeting. Excuse me. It's going to be from November 6th to the 14th, November 14th. So this year, Enterprise, we have decided that we're going to have it virtual. It's going to be a virtual session. It was originally supposed to be in Guadalajara. As you all are aware, there's a lot of uncertainty with COVID-19 right now. So we decided, together with the board, that we're going to have Guadalajara host 2022, and Interpride through our CSIC committee, which is the Conference Structure and Integrity Committee. They're going to take it on. They're setting up an entire team to produce the entire conference virtually. Excuse me. So they will be sending out more information. They are looking for folks who would like to join the team, to help with programming, to help with logistics and all of that. Look out for more information. There will be information on our website, on our social media. Again, it's from November 6th to November 14th. So that's for the AGM. Tracy, it's November 6th to November 14th. Any other questions about the World Conference and General Meeting before I move on to other updates? All right, if there are no other questions about the conference, our mid-year meeting, which is going to be on May 1st and May 8th, usually the board, excuse me, the Global Advisory Council and the co-chairs get together. This year, we developed our annual goals. We are really proud that we spent a lot of time as a team. We developed some crucial goals that we want to achieve. So we're going to be using that and the work plans the committee chairs and board members have developed to kind of evaluate where we are so far in the year. So that's what we usually do at the mid-year meeting. We're going to be introducing various other trainings for folks, especially the board and the co-chairs. We are looking at conducting a diversity and anti-racism training, communications training, etc. So we're pretty excited. The media meeting again is going to be on, excuse me, May 1st and May 8th. That's just a month from now. We are also currently recruiting our VP for fund development, y'all. So this was a relatively new role that was created in 2019. And we are currently, for the media meeting, Matt, is that your question? How do you join? There will be information shared. Usually it's for the board and the committee chairs, as well as the Global Advisory Council. But we would be happy to get that information out through our board and also the Global Advisory Council. You look up for social media posts or emails. We will be sharing that. But we don't usually make it very public because we try and make the sessions as productive as possible. So it's mostly the operations team, but sometimes input is really helpful. So do look out for further information on that. Going back to what I was saying earlier about the VP for fund development. So we're pretty excited. We are looking for a new VP for fund development. The emails will be going out soon. We are actually in the midst of preparing the emails. Social media posts went out yesterday. There is a Google form for those of you who are interested. You can actually complete that. I'm happy to share the link shortly after this. I'll drop a link on the chat box so folks are interested. Or if you know anyone who might be suitable, please ask them to apply. It's a board role, and they will be finishing off the term of our previous VP, Shari, who resigned earlier this year. And so that term is until end of next year, around October 2022. It's an important role as we are in the midst of developing Interpride. So we definitely value anyone who's experienced in development to apply for that position. Additionally, we have tons of other amazing stuff that we're planning for this year. We have a series of webinars coming up. Some of those webinars will focus on how Pride organizers can organize virtual events. If you're planning to do in-person sessions this year, what are some of the, excuse me, some of the considerations for safety that you should look at? So we are planning to bring on board a couple of folks from around the globe who have done some of the in-person sessions or are actually going to be doing. some of the sessions in a couple of months. Some of them are actually already planning to do all out in-person events in June. So we're bringing some of these folks, and they have a lot of different strategies in place. So, we'd like our members to learn from them. We're also going to look at a webinar on how do you fundraise in the current environment. So these are some of the sessions we are planning for all of our members. Do look out for that. Additionally, we have podcasts. Interpride is officially launching our very own podcast, y'all, this year. Linda actually is leading that together with a couple of other folks. So we're very excited. We're going to try and have podcasts almost every other month. Going to be a bunch of interesting topics. For example, history of Pride, Pride experiences around the globe, other diversity topics, inclusion topics. So do look out for podcasts that will be launched hopefully in May. Excuse me. Two other stuff on my plate that I did want to share. We are asking members to share what their plans are for this year, whether you're planning to have your in-person Pride events this year, whether it's going to be virtual, whether you're canceling them, or it's going to be a hybrid. So there will be an email going out sometime together with a link to a Google form. Very easy. All you have to do is just tick boxes and pick dates, etc. And we want to compile that information and have it on our website. For those media, we have been getting a lot of media requests for folks who want to know, what's happening around the globe, who are celebrating Prides, etc. And also there are potential funders and sponsors who want to support Pride organizers. We will not display contact information. However, we'll just display who the Pride this year that we'll be celebrating, we're canceling, and so that will be on our website. So do look out for that email. Excuse me. And finally, later this year, we're going to be launching our gender identity project. This project is going to focus on issues related to trans individuals, non-binary individuals, and women. So it will focus around gender and issues related around that, oppression, discrimination. And this is going to be launched very similar to our racism and oppression program that Linda talked about yesterday. And this is going to be launched later this year, so do look out for that. So these are some of the updates that we have from Interpride. There are others that will be happening, but I just wanted to share this very briefly with folks. Any questions? No, right. So I guess I was pretty complete with my information. I will drop the link for the application for those who are interested to apply to become a VP of Fund Development. It's a board role. Share that link. And glad to be here. Thank you again, outCT. Thank you, Marcy, Tiff. Amazing job. I'll be here. If you have any questions later, happy to answer them.
Thank you, Julian. So on my agenda, I have next me talking to everyone about dues again. If you weren't here yesterday, if your Pride has not paid your dues, please do so yesterday. I understand that technically you're allowed to pay them whenever you feel like it. We're trying to, I guess I'll do the next point as well. We're trying to grow the region. According to the folks that are paid, we took a huge step backwards, and though we've rectified it by 2, we lost 10 prides since the end of December, because between then and now they haven't paid their dues. We want to keep offering things like this. We want to keep doing things like this, but we need your help. I was in a conversation recently with someone. It's been a really long day. I am so sorry. I don't remember who it was. And they said, well, we know this pride and that pride, and we're working with this pride and that pride all within their area. And I just went like this. Okay. So send them to us. We are logistically, we could easily recruit 100 prides by June. Easily. Think about the prides you know of just in your area that aren't, or in another area that are within the Northeast that are not registered. If they need help paying their dues. Everyone's got my email. We will work it out for them. Interpride is not unreasonable. The co-presidents are fabulous to work with. We will figure it out. But at the moment, I think with the news I got yesterday, our region is now at 18 paid members. All I want to go is, I'm so disappointed. I need help. I need your help. Tiffany and I are as interactive as possible. I'm inches away from starting making phone calls on Monday going, do you hate us? Do you not want to be one of us? Like I said, I know a lot of it is just because folks have been allowed to pay whenever in the year they think about it. For NERP, we're asking, not requesting because we don't have that right. We're asking if everyone can see that their dues are paid no later than the end of January each year. Because our regional conference is so soon. Yes, Mr. Reef, please.
I'm sorry, I have a question.
Sure.
Since USAP is now the umbrella Pride platform for the United States, should Prides renew and pay their dues to USAP, and then USAP then would give Interpride a piece such as Fierté does and IPOA does? Because I'm confused.
Right now it goes the other way. Right now, as far as I know, Linda, Julian, Linda, do you know anything about this? We don't have anyone here.
The USAP, okay, the USAP, all members pay Interpride directly, and we distribute the money to USAP, which is USAP. The other organizations, since there is an exchange of dollars, that is why it goes through them. So it goes through Canada because they have Canadian dollars, and APOA they have they have euros, and they reciprocate to us. So that's why it's done that way. So we're working on it with trying to get everyone to go through us, but that's how it is. And so once you pay your dues to Interpride and you happen to be in North America in the 50 states, then you get a dual membership, USAP and Interpride. Similar with Canadian and so on. And so, and as Marcy said, we do have, we can talk with folks about hardship. We work with Tiffany and we work with Marcy, and I know they'll be making some phone calls. And, it's been a tough year with COVID, and we understand a lot of prides have been struggling. And so, but I think for them to get through of it, to be networking with us, we can help them. That would be better for them to stay members and to get the newsletters and Facebooks and all the networking that we offer in being an association.
Did that answer the question, Alan?
If I can just jump in, just to piggyback on what Linda just said, Interpride actually has an internal protocol, standing rules where if there are member organizations who have challenges with paying the fees, all they have to do is write into us, let us know the situation, just submit the financials, and the board usually approves a waiver, so you don't have to pay the fee for that year. So we do have a protocol that's already in place. So we are very, very flexible. Like Linda said, I just want to echo what Linda said. We are here to support y'all. End of the day, we need each other. And this thing that we do really brings us together during a difficult time. So if you can't afford to pay your fee, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We're happy to help.
Thank you, Julian. I just want to take a step back for a second because I realize that I make the mistake of assuming things. For folks who don't know what USAP is, it's USAP, the United States Association of Prides, and it is. So here's Interpride, here's NERP, USAP would be here. It's the overarching umbrella organization for the prides in the U.S. So I apologize. We tend to forget that not everyone knows what we all know, especially, those who have been in it. So again, my apologies. Well, yes, Linda, I can. I love technology. But I'm going to do that later on because we have, so we did the recruiting new members. I whined about the dues. I thank you all for catching up on that. Please send anyone you might know. Again, if they can't pay the dues, we have a way to get them in, especially this year. I would love to say, hey Tiff, maybe we can't both do GAC and DVC, and we need more reps because Region 6 now has 100, members in it. That'd be really cool. Plus, the other regions would be jealous. Just saying. Oh yeah, it's actually Linda. It's actually in here. You mean ours or yours in general? Well, the website's in here. It's on the list on our agenda. I'm now going to flip it back to Tiff for something I think is exciting. Tiffany?
Yeah. I don't know if people can see me or not. I'm actually operating off of my cell phone right now. So if you can see me, cool. If not, sorry. But the next thing that we wanted to chat about is projects for our region. So as of right now, we have the mentorship program. And I talked a little bit about that yesterday, and I'm also going to give Alan a minute to say anything if he has anything to say in reference to it. But thinking about the folks that we have in our region, I think that we have brilliant minds, we have brilliant ideas. And I think that as a region that we can make those ideas come to fruition. And so I am asking if you have any ideas or anything that you like to see done within the region that we can make happen. I know one or two folks have actually come to me and given me some things, but I feel like as a region that we could all be more involved, and that comes with all of your brains and all of your ideas. So if there's anything you want to talk about now, or even if you want to just send it to me in an email, my email is in the chat. Or even if you want, again, just send it to me in an email, we can try to get those ideas and those things going. So if anybody has anything right now, I'm happy to listen to it and happy to get feedback from folks. Oh, Leo, I think I see Leo waving. Leo's waving.
Yeah. So
go ahead.
I actually contacted you, Marcy, earlier about this idea I had, and it's like bubbling out of me. So I don't know if I was on the agenda, but
he's here now.
Yeah, please, you're on it now. Go for it.
Everybody,
go for
it. So I want to preface this by saying that I'm an analyst by trade. That's what I do for work. And a lot of the concepts we've been covering today and yesterday are, very loose concepts, but we're talking a lot about intersectionality, and we're talking a lot about like acknowledgement and making, places open and all that. And so I had an idea, which I'm going to share my screen. Okay. So I went to Chevelle Savage Moss's workshop, and she gave us this graphic of intersecting identities at play. And what I saw out of this person with all these things is I saw a matrix, I saw parameters, so which made me think that the accountability index. Basically, I took the parameters that were presented, because when we're talking about intersectional identities, there's literally an infinite probability of how many intersections you have, and to try and do this mental checklist of have I included every single person is like the wrong way to get at the answer. And I think the best way to get about it is to assess our efforts. Basically, are they exclusionary or are they targeted? With, let's say, number 3, the neutral, they're accessible. They're really neither here nor there. But touching on these different subjects. So this is just kind of like a Google form I threw together quickly, but I would like to develop it further. So that basically we could really put like a number to what we're doing, and you can identify, let's say you're having a men's left-handed rock climbing and binge drinking get together, and that's what you're doing. Fine. But when you go down that index, you're going to be like, this is exclusionary to like 6 of these groups, and maybe we need to look at that. Or let's say your organization has a commitment to immigration status. If your org is like, this year, every single thing we do, we're going to make sure this is it. So, or it's on your index. If there's an intersectionality that you want to hit every single time, there you go. So basically, I saw an opportunity for this, and I think it'd be cool to develop it. And if there's more intersections, obviously, bring them to my, this is an open source project. I'd like to share in it. And I think it could be beneficial because if you're so inclined, you could keep tabs on your organization. You could look back to the end of the year. You could say, hey, 75% of our events were beyond accessible to this many groups. Or you could recognize a trend and you're like, man, 3 to 5 times we're being downright exclusionary to this group. And I think that is really like a tangible step to actionable change. So, and I would really like, we've presented kind of the challenge in this NERP, and it'd be cool next year if we had some cool charts and graphs based off this project. And if we find success with this project in NERP, you could open it up to the greater organization. So,
and the other good thing is with the numbers that it's like you're able to track data throughout the years. So it's something that you'll be able to see your progress in. And back to what Amber said yesterday, in terms of like understanding, the people the audience that you have, like it's potentially a survey that you could offer to the people that are coming to your events so that you understand how people are receiving your events and not, because there might be a disconnect between how you're viewing it and how other people view it. So I almost like the idea of just having people at Prides like walking around being like, would you fill this out and tell me what you think? And like, where can we do it better? Like to really get like, an understanding. But anyway.
And I think it's like, mainly it's like an internal like assessment, and if there's like an intersectionality that you're like, I don't know that word, then you can go learn that word. It's like a nice parameter. So, what do you guys think? Is anybody into it? Or folks think?
I mean, I'm here for it. Thoughts, comments, concerns.
Hi, this is Sheikah Babin from Quincy Pride. And Leo, I just love that idea. I love that entire presentation presented by Chevelle as a whole, but that graph really spoke volumes. To have, as an organization, quantitative data in which you're basing and assessing the service and your services that you are offering to your community and understanding how you are touching them, impacting them, and supporting them is really the way to go. I really like that idea. And so I just want to say kudos to you. But if NERP adopts this, or if they take it internally and develop it, I certainly would like to have a copy of it or some version of it that I can use in my city. So thank you.
Yeah, and alternative, you were talking, you brought to mind. So the other end of the spectrum from exclusionary would be targeting is my current term. I don't know if it's the best one, but if you actively wanted to reach out to that community, instead of just putting it in a mission, you could look at it and make sure it's basically like a pre-flight list. When you're doing an event or whatever, you would run through this list and make sure that there's not a blind spot, and that if you're trying to specifically support a community, that you're hitting that mark.
Leo, this is Hope from North Shore Pride. I too am a data geek, and so it warms the cockles of my heart to see this graph. Thank you so much. I love to quantify things. Although, there's an argument about, can you really quantify everything? I would just suggest that maybe we change the end, instead of targeted, to inclusive, inclusivity or whatever, instead of targeted. But I too love the graph. I know North Shore Pride will use it. So we'd love to make sure that you copyright that for yourself, and we'd love to have it. Thank you.
Yeah, I guess the wording, I wanted to push it past inclusive to the point of like, I'm reaching out to this community.
Oh, I see. I see.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't think target is the right word either,
Right.
but it's like, if inclusive is number 4, I need to find the right word for number 5. So cool. Yeah. And if anybody wants to work on it with me, tell me. And then once it's something that where it's I want it to be, I will make it publicly available.
I'll work with you.
I would love to help you.
Leo, can you go ahead and throw your email in the chat so folks can email you about it if they want to help out and all of that? I think it is also a great idea. I am not a geek in that sense of like data and things like that, but I do love a good informational session, and I feel like this would be really dope to have to present for everyone to use. So yeah, but go ahead and throw your email in there so folks can reach out to you so y'all can get started on that.
I didn't give you my personal lost, but we'll use this email address for the purpose of that conversation.
Okay.
It's in there.
Okay, cool.
It's in there.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Soapbox.
Thank you, Leo.
Thank you, Leo. I do see Jesse. Hi, Jesse. I haven't seen you. Hi. For some reason, I'm on my phone and it's now not allowing me to see the whole thing in the chat for some reason. I see the beginning of it, but can you?
Suggesting like helping with coordinating trainings around like racial justice issues, and like how we could change our organizations in response to that. And because I think that a lot of our organizations are currently facing similar issues where like we've been called out and are trying to like improve. And so since so many are undergoing similar things, I think that joining forces could save money and also allow for like, share, like combining our brains and learning from each other and all of that.
I think that's a great idea. I do have not a but, and also I know a lot of us have already done all of that. So I if anyone else is interested in doing that, we can work on doing that together. My agency also does that. We do it for money. Just saying, it wouldn't be me. And the other part of that is I'm not ignoring the question, Jesse. I do think it's a great idea. That plays into something that I've talked to numerous members about. We have a website. We have a really cute website. We have someone who is relatively decent in putting stuff on it. Notice I didn't say timely. I just said I could do it. This would be the perfect type of stuff to drop either on the Facebook page, which is unfortunately woefully underutilized, except for Tracy. Tracy, thank you. Tracy's always putting stuff in there. We have a Facebook page and we have a website, both of which need you, because I can post all day and Tracy can post all day. Nobody else is posting. Nobody else is. I will say there are a lot of you looking, even if you don't respond. Thank heaven for social media metrics. Lots of folks are looking at what we're posting, but it's NERP on Facebook. And then I believe it says Northeast Regional Pride after that. And the website, someone correct me because I'm bound to get this wrong, is nerp.co. Matt's shaking his head, confirming. Here's my other ask, and this is fun, and it's not money, and you're going to forget, but I'm going to send an email anyway. I need pictures. It's not going to be last year's Pride. It's not going to be this year's Pride. Send me something timeless from your events. Send me your logo, everybody, to my Interpride email, please. And I will put that in the chat again. I really want to personalize. The only thing current on that page was this, and as of midnight, it's not current anymore. So give me content. Let me know what's going on. Send me your flyers. Send me your upcoming events. I could guarantee you we get it onto the Facebook page, and I will do my best to have some kind of rotating page, create a page for the web page as well. If anyone is interested in helping with that web page, feel free to reach out. Linda, did I cover it? Okay.
Marcy, I actually want to go back to Jesse's point.
Go ahead.
I think what Jesse is trying to say is that maybe we can find some type of camaraderie in what our organizations are going through. And in that instance, being able to share experiences can help another organization, because it is a lot that is happening within all of our organizations, and I will say Capital Pride included. They eat. I can tell you stories upon stories upon stories. But I think from what Jesse is saying, that it would be something of interest for other folks to gain information from other experiences, because we are all undergoing changes, whether that be culturally and structurally, personally, part of our organizations. Something is uprising or some type of change, and I think that it should be addressed within a region. So Jesse, I am with you. I am happy to. I know that we're all like zoomed out, burnt out, or whatever, but I'm still happy to set up some type of call, and we can chat about that. And
Thanks, Tiffany. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, and I think even with training, like, yes, like some of us have hired people and have done trainings, but like this should be ongoing, right? So like we in theory will still be doing that, and I think doing it together could be cool.
Word. It's always ongoing. Learning is always ongoing when it comes to things like this. So yeah, I'm with you. We'll chat offline. I'll send you an email. If anybody else is interested, email me. My email is in the chat. Tiffany.royster@enterprise.org. Marcy's is also in there. Marcy.Carr@enterprise.org. Just scroll up a little bit. It's there. Are we cool to move on, Marcy? Because I see something else from Pierce, and I see folks responding to it.
Just hang 1 second. Sherry, I'm in the website, in the NERP website. So I'm.
Oh, wow. This chat. Okay, you guys are right. This chat is moving a little slow. Okay, things are just popping up at me right now.
Okay, I'm scrolling through the chat also to make sure. And yeah, please forgive me. I spelled my own name wrong in the first iteration of my email. That is not correct. Again, I told you it was a long day when I came in. And no, I'm in the site, and it's nerp.co.
No, I'm trying to get to it now on Chrome and a couple other things, and nerp.co.
Oh, and now it's telling me that I have the domain is suspended. That's not good. It was fine yesterday. Okay, don't go to the webpage. I have to do some looking into that.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I was checking too, and it's gotten out there.
Oh, my Lanta.
I'll have to call them on Monday.
So based off the chat that I'm looking at now, it looks like it's caught up. I see Pierce. Can we all share our LGBTQIA+ ASL interpreters so we can all hire them for our virtual events?
Oh, yeah.
Keep some money in the community. Love that. Would you all be okay if maybe we just created like a Google Doc or like a Google Excel thingy?
Great idea.
Share in general. We are doing this virtual thingy. You okay? Are you feeling that? Is that a no? Yeah.
Can you all hear me?
Tiffany got garbled.
I think
Okay,
the
I
more
can hear you.
information we get out there, the more it'll help us all. Like all the spreadsheets or whatever, all the demonstrations that were done, even on the ones that the sessions we didn't attend, it'd be great to still have that information if we had questions, because we were at another one, we could reach out.
We've recorded the sessions, and pretty much everybody wanted the PowerPoint. So I think give us a little time, and we'll be able to make a nice curated release for everyone. We got to do the post production. Guess that when's time to shine.
Okay.
Thank you, Leo.
Thank
Pierce, if you'd like to, and you want to drop your email in the chat, even if you've done so, if you do it again, so people don't have to scroll back. Wait a minute. Why am I not? Am I hallucinating? Do I not see Pierce? It really has been all there. Okay, you're here.
Getting all of your messages now.
Yeah.
From
all of a sudden, the whole thing just jumped.
Okay. Okay. So we're okay with the Google, like a Google Drive shared situation, that we can all share our resources. Why am I getting 85 phone calls? So that we can all share our resources. Okay. 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 Perfect. Thank y'all. That'll be something that we add. Thank you, Pierce. I can help lead that ASL thing. Perfect. Love it. Love it. Love it.
Julian is stacked.
Hey, Marcy, no, I wanted to share the whole Google Drive thing. Someone had already wrote it on chat, but we could probably use what we have done with Panic, a very similar setup for folks. I think we could use the same concept.
Panic is the, I mentioned it last night in the bingo, is the Pride Association of New York City, because NERP wasn't micro enough. We had to bring it even smaller. So now we have a group that does that. Yeah, we could talk about that and get some kind of a Google Doc thing going for NERP. I would need a volunteer because that is where I am not good. Perhaps Tiffany, is this whole thing going to become that? Perhaps.
Yeah, I think that it could be a full blown just like resources sheet. So yeah.
Okay, and
so I'm down. I'm down with that to lead that.
And Julian and Pierce, could you help her with that?
Yeah, I'm happy to. I'm happy to work with Pierce.
Oh, action items.
Yeah, and I would host the intersectionality assessment project there because I would rather have it open and accessible.
Okay.
See, like y'all are numbers people. I'm an action items person. I'm like, what can I write down and then take it off and make myself feel like I did something? Well, I only got one more thing, Tiff. What else you got?
The only other thing is that I wanted to give Alan a minute to speak about the mentorship program. I did talk about it a little bit yesterday, Alan, but if there's anything that you want to say, you want to add.
Hopefully my camera will come back on. I seem to have lost. There we go. Okay, so just a second. When I ran for the position of secretary and when I stepped down from running for the rep as NERP, in both cases, I made it very clear that I wanted to create a mentorship program. And with the help of Marcy and Tiffany, we held our first session in the NERP region. It was really created with the idea to get people who think they want to step up, but may not have enough information or may not feel they can do it. And so we created it to really try to inspire people. And I will be trying to create something on the Enterprise board level as well to develop anybody who wishes to be a secretary in any of their committees, or if they wish to step up to be on the board, I'll hopefully have somebody who wishes to shadow me. My initial intention was to try to use some of this gifted white privilege that I have to reach out to people who may not feel represented, and really use my educational background as a teacher to show people that you have value. You are just as smart as everybody else. Don't wait for someone to make a seat at the table for you. Demand a seat. And if I can do that to help anybody, that was the point of the mentorship program with NERP, and I'm going to move it into the international level as well. So if anybody really wants to move up, you contact me, and I will let you shadow me at the mid-year. I will help you do work with me for the board meetings. The board meetings are open to anybody except when we go into closed session. I can share my templates with you. I want to pass this position on to somebody, so as Mo says, when I go off into the ether waves, I can look back and see that I have a lot of seeds that have grown into wonderful plants to take my place. Thank you.
Alan, I have a question about your
Please.
So your mentorship program, you're wanting to bring people up to the secretary level, but is there an alternative use for your skills in mentoring people who are learning to be secretaries just at their local board level? Because
why not?
Because like I know people will come and want to join like our board, and they'll be a secretary, but they don't quite know how. And I don't know how to tell them because I'm not a secretary, and we just put together this board, and we don't really know what we're doing. And it seems like you've really got a lot of resources, and maybe we could target them like a lower level that will feed to this one.
But that's exactly the kind of thing, what you just said, Leo, you're in my head, because by starting at your local pride organization and knowing what you're doing in your local pride will then make you want to step up on a regional level, will then make you want to step up on an international or a national level. So you have to start somewhere. So feel free to send anybody my way. And I don't hold any of the things that I do or any of the procedures that I've created solely mine. I'll share it all, and I can do it with anybody in French or Spanish as well. So send them my way, baby. Use me.
I have put Alan's email in the chat so that you all can get in touch with him in reference to the mentorship program. And a couple of things that I covered yesterday was just about how folks needed to know more about NERP and more about Enterprise, and how we'll be creating different little sessions in reference to that as well. So get all your institutional knowledge and things from Alan, as well as coming back and getting information from our co-chairs for Enterprise and from other folks who are a part of the NERP region who have been here for a while, who can share that information with all of you. So it's definitely not just for Enterprise. It's a little bit of everything to be able to help each pride in any way that we possibly can. So thank you, Alan.
And a big shout out to Tiffany. You and Marcy really spearheaded this with me, so I look at this as like a joint effort. So don't sell yourself short here, baby.
Well, you two, I'm gonna step up and say Alan and Tiffany really ran with it. Tiffany and I discussed things in the background, and I was like, "You got this." I know where my lane is, and apparently this is not my lane, and I'm cool with that. Alan, thank you so much for pushing this, pushing us to do this, because this is something really that is really necessary. And just so we're clear, when my term is up in 2 years, I'm out. So y'all better start. Yes, Matt. Y'all better start figuring out who's going to be running. You got 2 years to figure it out. So get on that. No, it is. As much as I'd like to stay around, it's true. It's time to we can be the ones that came before. And it's time to say, I can move on to something else, whether it's local, whether it's Enterprise or USAP. But we need people to step up, especially new folks, to take us in the direction we need to be in. My main goal in the next 2 years, and I know you're tired of hearing it, and I apologize, is to get NERP to 100 members. There's absolutely no reason we can't do it. I understand why last year was just like the most important thing we all did in the last year was make it to here. And there is no doubt in my mind that that is literally the most important thing we all did was make it to this year. Now I want everyone to put that little corner of your brain that had NERP in it back in place, and let's start working together again. Having said that, I'm going to bring up what we brought up yesterday. We have some folks that weren't here yesterday. Well, Linda, yes, we will reach out to Charlotte to pose and see if they would like to do a joint conference. I would still like people to nominate themselves, not now. There'll be an email. Or just email us to nominate themselves for 2022, 2023, and think about 2024 hosting NERP. We are already behind by 6 months for 2022. It's not meant to scare anyone. I just want to light a fire because everyone's like, no, not me. I can't do it. We went over who's done them for the last, I think, 8 years. It's been very south of the north centric. If someone is interested and they want to let us know, email us. We'll send out. What we can do is, do you all want them to that actual bids put together that we can share? Do you want to have a NERP meeting in 2 months to do this? You're here now. Let's figure it out. If you think there should be actual bids sent out to the region, put up one finger. If you think we could do this in an email where we tell you, where we list 3 choices and 3 blurbs. No, Mickey, Pride Month is not only in June. For some of us, next month is Pride Month. So I had to tease him, but it's true. Staten Island is next month. Okay, so July. Well, yes, because I'm free in June, Mickey. And not everyone's who's actually doing stuff in July this year? Raise your hand if you're doing a Pride. Hey, Mickey, look at the screen. Anyone doing Pride in June? Okay. Anyone doing it any other month but June?
We're doing it in August.
September.
All right. Is anyone doing anything in July? Do we want to have a meeting, and yes, unfortunately, a Zoom type meeting in July to vote on the information you will have gotten in emails? If you say yes, thumbs up. If you're not on camera, just say yes or no. Thank you, Hope. Thank you, Pierce. All right. So, Tiff, we are getting together a meeting. I'm thinking the middle of July is best because we don't want to be too close to July 4th and we don't want to be near the end when everyone starts taking vacation. And in the meantime, please get your bids to us. Doesn't need to be fancy then. I'm guessing an email.
Marcy, can you make sure? I mean, I think it would be best, I'm sorry to interrupt, to do a request for proposal from all members in the region.
Yes.
In case they weren't here, and just do an RFP, a really quick one, and just say, put them together and be able to present at this July meeting. And then before the July meeting, you let everyone know, hey, we have four presentations. They can do them virtual, and we're going to vote from these 4.
All right. Yes, 100%. Wrote it down. Linda, great idea. Thank you. So now here comes another ask. Good Lord, I'm giving you all chores today. Please make sure that we have your correct email address for your Pride, not necessarily your personal one, because the issue that we have is, and I'm using Boston Pride because for Boston Pride, this is not true. So I'm picking on you in reverse. Boston Pride, if Linda gets an email, Pierce gets an email, anyone on that team gets an email, they share it with each other. Hey, did you see? Not all of our regional prides have been doing that. and people are reaching out going, but I don't have access to that email. It is free to create a Gmail address. Even if your Pride does not use Gmail, and create, for me, it would be Staten Island Pride Fest at Gmail, and everyone shares the password. And please get us that email. We can keep your individual ones too. I have no problem with that. But we're finding that not everyone within each Pride team is getting the information. And then in order to do what Linda just asked, to send out an RFP, I want to make sure that the folks who are actually going to show up and vote on it are going to get that email. Does that make sense? So again, bombard our inboxes. Send me your email within whatever email you use. Send me your info email. I will check it to see if we already have it. If we don't, I will add you, and you will be added within the next couple of days. Pierce, I added you, right? And you got a confirmation email? Sorry to put you on the spot. Yes. It says something about a Google group. It's just telling you you're in our group. You can't actually access anything because it's nothing but a list. Thank you, Pierce. So yeah, we can do that. Hey, Tiff.
Yeah.
We're at that time.
We are. We have reached the end of plenary. Oh no, I'm back. Yeah, we've reached the end of this plenary session, y'all.
And we're only 3 minutes over.
Again, I want to give another big, huge shout out to outCT. Y'all have done an incredible job. Honestly, truly, I have been living my best life with like your keynote sessions, the keynote speakers, the presentations, the individual sessions that have been there. Like, this has been incredible, and in the way that y'all have been able to pivot to create virtual NERP 2021 has been incredible. So thank y'all so much. So much. Super proud of y'all, honestly, truly, because I know the struggle. We've talked to Lindsay, we've talked to Leo, we've talked to Edwin and Alicia, like bounds and bounds of time. So the struggle has been very real.
Hey, Tiff.
But like, yeah.
Do I get to do it now?
Yes, you do.
Hey, Lindsay. Told you so. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. I had a lot of anxiety coming up to this, but I feel good like now. I'm surprisingly not freaking out, even though you would have thought that I wouldn't be this way right now.
It's over now.
It went incredibly. It really did. Leo, anything that could have went sideways started to slide sideways, and you just reacted with a, okay, I got this.
Yeah. It's been basically. It's been
and there is more to their team. It's not just them. You want to introduce everybody? Are they here?
Yes, Alicia's around somewhere. She made that beautiful website happen with the schedules and the descriptions and all of that. Like that, my abilities just end there. And without that component, it would be like going to the conference without the guidebook. So that was critical.
Did she join the board like literally in March and then just like jumped in and was like, I have this skill set, like we freaking need it. So, and then she got right to work and stayed on top of everything. Yeah. And then Edwin's been with us and he does the sponsorships and
Edwin's like my other half.
Yeah.
We are a team. Anything that outCT does well, usually because we were working together on it. Yeah. So so thanks to them, and thanks for everybody making the time and being patient with the technology and all that and participating. So
I want to thank Marcy and Tiffany for helping us all along, but I also want to thank Alan because Alan's the reason that outCT is here, that he encouraged Polly and I to go to New Hope, and I mean that was my very first experience with NERP was just 2 years ago, and then from there inviting us to host a conference this year, and it's just been a lot of progress really quickly, and I just thank you all for being such amazing contributors to Pride for years and to have us included, and it's been a really amazing experience, and just happy.
Yeah, so I'll close out with a plug of we're not done yet. We're moving to Zoom at 7. We're gonna all talk and cackle and wear silly hats for a while, and then we're gonna have a comedy show. It's on at
More
8.
silly hats, yay!
Yeah, and it's a whole collection of comics from LA, and they want to work your prides, so like, come watch the show.
Yeah, there's like 7 different queer comedians, and we just emailed the link out again right before this session, so you should have received that. But if anyone has any issues, come find us.
Yeah, I'll be on the NERP platform, so like,
Yeah, we'll stay on
if
here.
there's an issue, just jump in the chat and we'll straighten you out.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We appreciate y'all. So yeah, we'll see everybody later on. Wear your fancy crazy hats and come laugh your asses off too.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
And that's so much. All right, y'all. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you all again.